Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, today, I'm going to be teaching you how to raise rich kids, how to raise kids that are going to be rich, very successful, wealthy, powerful, and influential in future. Now, a lot of people, especially people who were poor during their own childhood, when they become wealthy, or maybe they become upper middle class, what they tend to do is that they tend to give their children what they think that they didn't have, not what they didn't have, what they think that they didn't have. So you see a lot of these children, they've got iPhones at 7, 8, 9, 10. They've got Nintendo Switches. They always on Cartoon Network, Disney. They've got tablets. They've got all kinds of devices, and the parents are always happy. Like they call the child to eat. Maybe they call the child. Maybe the child's name is Charles. Charles, come and eat, and the child is like on his device, walking to the table, and in their mind say, "Oh, my child is posh." No, your child is a zombie. You're raising a zombie. Look, if you read Daniel Goleman's book Focus, or if you look at the annual studies that come out from the Mind Institute is in Oxford University, and they have another one at UC Davis, University of California Davis. These devices, all these tools, they are stealing the attention span of children. When you give them to children and then young teenagers, it's actually destroying their attention span. And attention is what you can use to become very, very great. Because, if you want to be detail oriented, then you need to have an attention span that is longer than 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. So you have to have an attention span if you want to be successful at anything. And a lot of these children, they are going to grow up to be children that don't have, or rather adults that have very little attention span. And that means that you're training those kinds of children to grow up and just be people that receive instructions, workers. And so they are not going to be as wealthy or as influential as you, their parents. And if you think that, okay, they're going to inherit your money, they'll inherit your money, but they're going to lose it because you're not giving them the building blocks of life. A lot of these parents, they have, like house helps, maids that do all the work, and then their children are just on these Nintendo Switches, they are on their smartphones, they are playing video games, they are watching Cartoon Network. There is nothing definitively intellectual going into their minds. Look, I'm going to tell you, my children, when they were young, my children, they're now teenagers, they weren't watching television. We only allowed them watch television for about an hour. And after some time, they didn't even want to watch television. They were always reading books, and then they go out. First and foremost, they do their chores at home. They have to wash plates. Then when they wake up, they make up their beds. They make their beds. My children, when they wake up, they make their beds. And just the act of making your bed when you get up, go and study the Mind Institute. It actually helps the child to become more successful. Children who just by making their beds when they wake up, they tend to be more successful than children who don't even make their beds because it teaches them responsibility. And then also, you give your children tasks at home, chores at home. You're not going to be just on your Nintendo Switch or watching mobile phone. No, you're going to wash plates. You wash the plates that you used to eat, and then you wash the plates that your mom used to cook. So it's building character. So you have all these children, like, okay, they understand character. Then also you get your children to read so that at least they have some intellectual input into their mind. Get your children to go out and play with other children, to play hide and seek. So they hide other, and then they seek other children, look for them, and then it teaches them, interpersonal skills. It teaches them how to relate with other people. So that when they grow up, when they are adults, they can walk into a room, and because of those skills that they learned playing hide and seek and playing other games, they can know in that room who is for them, who's not for them, because they already know how to read non-verbal cues from people because of that games that they played when they were kids. Teach them, let them go out and play soccer, football with other kids. So they develop leadership abilities. So they say, okay, you're going to be the goalkeeper. You're going to be the striker. You're going to be the defender. So they're already taking up leadership roles, not just on their Nintendo Switches. And then, you look at them, oh, my child is becoming posh. No. Look, in the royal families of Europe, their children don't do all of that. Their children are well developed. Look, they teach those children from a very, very early age how to live with other people. They teach them to play polo so that they know how to have team building, team sports. They teach them how to do fencing with swords so that they can understand how other people reflex actions and how other people think. And that's what is missing when you just allow your children to just go through life like zombies. They- you're asking them questions. Yes, mommy. Yes, daddy. They don't even look up. In a day, you can count in terms of minutes how many times your children look up. You can count. Sometimes, the parents, they are leaving the house, say, okay, bye, Charles. Bye, Charles. So that distraction, already the attention span is gone. I'm telling you, if you're raising your children like that, your children are not going to become wealthy, they're not going to become successful except by accident. And if they become successful by accident, it's not going to last. because you are robbing them of the interpersonal skills that they need, you're robbing them of the emotional intelligence that they need, and you're also robbing them of the intellectual input. Let your children read. Let your children relate with other children, not with machines and not with devices and not with gadgets. Now, if you watch this, you have questions arising from what I've just said. Put your questions in the comment section. My staff are going to bring them to me, and I'll do my best to respond to each and every category. But you got to remember, I do not have a WhatsApp forum, a Telegram channel, or a Gmail email address. So beware of scammers and spammers who create all manner of Facebook and YouTube profiles and try to scam people, saying that they are me. Now, this is the Apostle of Prosperity with Omokri, saying God bless.
But Reno travels all around the world. I hope you get inspired about what you see. Apostle of greatness, Reno is a master. Only one man against the whole world in large. Fighting with the monsters, poverty I can't stand. That's why Reno is